Postman, Rolo, Wick, City, Hood, Click. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Lock the door on him. Lock the door on him. Hood Postman. Hood Postman. Reporting live. Reporting live. This the Hood Postman, come and check the program. You ain't from the streets, this is something you should know, man. Running from police, gotta grip the whip with both hands. Speeding down the interstate, please do not approach him. 40s in the fridge, got the caddy in the driveway. Get all out of my face, I don't wanna violate. Looked up in the mirror and I told myself, why wait? We took this shit worldwide, you only in 5 states. Came from the four corners with my 4 quarters. Showed them the style, then they stole on us. Times got wild, then they told on us. Dog, it was hard, but we had to keep it rolling. You ain't gotta ask, you know where to find me. I be in the back streets where it get grimy. It's just me and Mel, Rennie looking bride D. I be going hard till I'm in the 5 C's. Know the vibes. I'ma do it till I die. I ain't never switched sides, I ain't never had to tell a lie. Let's ride. Know the vibes. I'ma do it till I die. I ain't never switched sides, I ain't never told them up lie. Let's ride. Hood Postman. 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 Hood Postman.
Shout out to the Mail Nation, the Mailroom Goons. I am Professor Melly Mail. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below so when the dope content hit, it'll feel like it's the first and the 15th. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Mailroom, where you can take a look at what's in your mind, examine what's in the heart. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we got our special guest in the house, Rolo Wick. What's going on, Rolo?
Nothing. Just trying to survive and start off the 2024 right.
Okay, got it, man. This is not a glorification or is a glamorization. It's always an education. Come in and take a look in your mind because get on the bus and let us take it to school. Rolo, before they had handguns, they had hand guys, man. We try to tell these people, man. It ain't all about that. You know, I don't know how it got so misconstrued and it just got just wind up. Maybe I don't know, Rolo. Maybe you can explain it better than I can because there doesn't seem to be a lot of subsections and subsets, and you got these guys. They call themselves the CCO, the Blue Nose, and the UBN, and the Bloodline, and all this other stuff. You know, I'm wondering. I'm asking you, Rolo. Does that complicate things?
Yeah, it's complicate things real bad because now they have started something that affect home. They bring jail to their household now because now they brought rules to the street because the ones that's in there that started that paperwork is the ones that feel like everybody owe them because they got caught, or they feel like they didn't make it, so you did. You owe me. I was here first.
Explain to the audience what it means when you say no cut. Shout out to Yashua. What's going on, youngster? Righteous. Michelle. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. See you guys. I appreciate you guys for joining us. But what does it mean when they say no cuts? What does that mean exactly, Rolo?
No cut. You stand for what you started with when you started from the first point. That means that I am a straight Crip or I'm a straight blood. I'm not going to add jailhouse rules to it because when you add no cut, that means that I'm gonna stick strictly to what the plan is. So, but when you get cut, that means that you're going against the grain because now you cut and now you cut to kill what you know. You're not going after supposed to be the op. Now you're going after your loved one because now you cut because what cut means we finna come in and cut up the game and cut it down to what we want. We're gonna take your shit. You know what I'm saying? So cut niggas is the niggas that's fucking up shit. You know what I'm saying? Booty bandits, rapists, low life, people that have no self esteem, people that gave up on life, people that didn't know how to pick themselves back up. People that looked at your shit and said it's there. You know, that's what they into. But a no cut person is a person that stand on what he said. You know, this is what I am, and I'm gonna keep it real. You know, I ain't finna follow that bullshit. I'm not finna listen to another nigga when I already left my house for not listening to my daddy or my mama. So now they want you to go in and listen to a nigga that got all day or something like that, never been out here in about 2 or 3 decades, don't know what's going on, don't have never filled out an application, never paid a bill. But these are people that we are following. We are following self-dead people, living of the walking dead. So when they had said the dead would be walking with the living, that's what they mean. You know, it's no spirit inside that person for the dead whole. That's a whole that we follow because he's feeding the body. You know, all he know is what he want. He want either his sex in there, or he wants your drugs, or he feel like, oh, your mother look good, or your sister them looking good. They going to school, they got something. I want it. You know, that's what the bottom line is to it. There's no other way you can put it. Because if it was like that, like you go into it like, I'm glad it's Black History Month. Like you go back into our profiles. You know, after they came out of slavery, they didn't come into anger. They came into getting together. So it's always start at with the point where you're going to start off with. Are you there for frustration? Are you there for righteous? Are you there to build up? So you got to understand what these organizations are starting off as. UBN supposed to be starting off as Unite All Blood Nation, because far as what I know, as by my big homeboy Sinbad told me, it was handed down through the BTF. The BTF wrote that instruction for the black people can come together, for all bloods can come together. You know, like how the Black Panthers did, where we can
So
uplift.
there was at some point there was some good because I think they was writing essays, doing book reports, they was learning how to
Yeah,
read and write. There was some good associated with it, right?
right. See, the thing is, when you like, you got Judas and everything. So you got to stand in their organization in the UBN. For Peabody to get on top, he had to lie on KD. You get what I'm saying? And when KD just got out of the hole for 35 years, the one that originated the UBN, not Peabody. See, everybody, that's why I tell my little homies, Peabody didn't start shit. He
Oh,
got
keep
y'all
going,
in
bro.
fear.
I hear you.
He got
Yeah.
y'all in fear thinking that he started something. No, it didn't start that way. You know what I'm saying? And the people that I know that is good UBNs, man. Because at one point, like I said, we all by law, all different lanes is UBN. Because we go out and unite our bloods. That's what I was doing when I was out there in the streets. So I can say talk about UBN because I was underneath the Constitution, right? But I'm not underneath that fool Constitution who put me underneath his Constitution. Yeah, I stepped away from it because it's all bullshit. Because he's working with him and his best friend Peabody just to control the neighborhood, to put fear in people. That's how they win. Because people cannot say I'm not lying. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. When you build up an organization, that means everybody's going to eat, and there's not going to be no confusion, and there's not going to be no riprap. But to be in these two people, UBN Nation, you got to be able to go knock down who got something, who ain't giving them nothing. And that's how you build up your rank, and they UBN. You get what I'm saying? That I know of how they get down. Because how I'm so frustrated. People's like, hey, bro, how can you talk? Because hell, I lost my killed his friend, you know, some sandbox, as they say. You know what I'm saying? People I used to know go over their mother house to have their mother, you know, chase out the yard, get fruits out the yard, hustle bottles, hustle blue chip stamps together. These are people that you took away good memories that we used to walk and go to YMCA or go to different functions or I seen my homeboy get his first kiss. So yeah, I'm gonna speak up on something that another Judas or a betrayal did. So the UBNs that's empowered in my neighborhood is blood killers. Like I said, they red rat crips. You can't name and quote me. And that's why I tell people, quote me if I'm wrong. You can't find one gender that they got into it with the other side. But you can find a gender how they'll come oppressed when they find out what blood got something, or they'll trick a nigga to be a blood and tell him, let's go from LA to over there where them punk ass Crenshaw Mafia is. And then they get niggas over there with guns and threaten them. And then nothing else they can do because they little kids. You get what I'm saying? This is how they get down. So
Let me ask you a question though, Rolo. Let me ask you a question. Is it is it just me, or I think the Parus say well, the younger Parus say they're not Bloods, but yet they're UBNs. How do they justify that?
it's the drugs they own. Listen to me one more time, bro. They say they UBNs, right? What do UBN stand for? United Blood Nation. So if you're
Mhm.
not a United Blood Nation, they'll let you know they kill bloods. See, they answering everything what I'm saying. It's saying in part what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? No, if they UBNs, no, they not blood. They blood killers. Like once I tell you once again, who have the blue UBNs win again? But they own people. Extortion their own people. So how can we get mad what's going on in this world? You get what I'm saying? This is why black people can't come up. Because we don't want to fix our own backyard. We scared. They scared to speak out. You get what I'm saying?
Why do they become so angry when you speak against it?
Because I'm taking their money. They don't listen. If you don't have no money, but you scaring the next motherfucker to pay for everything to fund you and to give you everything, and if I can talk this motherfucker out and stop giving you shit, the true color come out who you are.
So you mean to tell me they ain't never done no good, or it's always been propaganda and manipulation?
When have you ever heard of UBNs did some good?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know much about them. I mean, are they still
When have
functioning?
when okay then listen to this. You got motherfuckers, this how they get, okay, you got say like this. You got a motherfucker, you got a millionaire niggas with you, other millionaires niggas with you. Then you got this dumbass Shield Knight with you. Then you got these old motherfuckers right here. Okay? It's one thing what me and nephew was saying today. If they had any smarts, they get $1,000 from each nigga. So if you got 100 niggas there, that's $100,000. You can start your own operation with not fucking with nobody. But say they so dumb, they got 1,000, 100,000, 100 million already. They got raccoon eyes looking at your money. I told you what a raccoon do.
Raccoon eyes.
You know what I'm saying? So they not even worry about fixing shit. They got the money to fix the shit already without going out fucking with nobody. If they that dumb and they don't have that much comprehension, maybe they need to talk to me. Maybe I can show them how to really make it in life. Because if you don't have comprehension, you never can make it in life. And that's what they don't have. Like I told you, if you got 100 niggas and you take $1,000 from each nigga, that's 100,000. You can go start your own corporation and buy your own land. But see, what they do with their money is they'll go buy and spend it right back at the car dealer, or go buy some fucked up clothes. Go spend. Listen, bro, they'll go buy. They got shirts in their closet that they brag about that cost $5,000. A shirt, pair of pants probably cost $2,000. You get what I'm saying? So if they that dumb to go buy materialistic things like that, they don't have no money to understand how to flip money. Because all they have to do is go buy some seeds and buy land and put out there and plant it. They don't have to go buy all that other shit, man. There's other things that we need to do. What they need to do is get all them niggas together and start policing the hood, get it back together. Because right now, like I told you, they're gonna be banging against AI, aliens, reptilians. The game is over.
Have gangs served any purpose whatsoever? I mean, when you look at it in total, have what purpose have they served?
Well, gang banging when we was coming up, it served a lot because you can go out there and have a fair one, fist fight, and you can see that dude somewhere else and he could be with his partner. He gonna say, hey man, that dude, he down. Because he ain't gonna punk. He gonna give it up. But see, these dudes got in their head, I got a gun, I'm gonna go shoot somebody. How you know if that nigga wasn't down, but he did? You did a cowardly move. You did something that you can give, like I told you, a kid, a disability, one of them Down syndrome kids that bump his head on the bus, the gun that he can do out there and go do the same thing this hardcore gangbang can do. But one thing what a real gangbanger won't do, they won't get out there and squat. Or they won't get out there and say, look, man, I ain't got no reason to fight you. But since you live over here, I got an idea. I can win, me and your ideal can come together where we can get money and we can buy back this shit. You get what I'm saying?
We had that type of camaraderie. We had that type of unity. We had that type of commonality in the '60s. But the term,
you still got it now. You still got it now, but they got to speak up. They got to speak up. And it's the drugs. I hate to tell you, it's the drugs. It's the drugs. Everything was like crack didn't kill us, bro. Slavery didn't kill us. You know what I'm saying? Gang banging didn't kill us. But what is killing us now? The fentanyl and these pills. This opioid, man.
Do you think some types of hip hop keep flaming the fire, keeping it going based on the lyrics?
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Yeah, because listen what they're talking about. None of them is talking about home value. None of them is talking about love. None of them is talking about caring. Nobody is talking about helping. Nobody is talking about positive stuff about our people. All it's talking about, bitch, get out there, put on some tight spits and shake that ass, bend it over, shake that ass, make the pussy drop to it, get the grass. You know, that's all we talk about. I got the lean, nigga. I'm leaning to the side, nigga.
Hey, Rolo.
Huh?
Listen to this youngster. Listen what this youngster had to say. Go ahead. Listen.
I beg your pardon.
What you just say, Uncle Bobby? Dead homies, I can't gang bang broke. Keyway. Why? What? You need money for bullets, guns, dead homies. You need a lawyer on the hood. Fuck you thought this shit ain't cheap?
That nigga crazy. Lock the door.
What your takes on that? I mean, was he real? Was that real? What was that?
No, gangbangers are broke. I'm gonna tell you why. I broke myself. I used to get out there. I probably make about 5 racks, 8 racks a day, right? But I was always out there gambling. I was always out there, had 4 or 5 bitches, and then I had to go buy guns. Then I had to buy bullets for them niggas.
Well, that's what he was saying. You can't gangbang broke. You have to have money to gangbang.
No, you broke after that, because you know why? You didn't take care of home. When them niggas go home, that's why they come back to the streets, because mama, girlfriend, baby, crying. A nigga don't want to hear his baby crying, and he know he can't go get no Pampers or no motherfucking formula milk, so he always gonna make an excuse. I'm going on a lick. He don't want to hear his mama crying, talking about, nigga, put something on this goddamn cable bill. You came and pay a $45 cable bill, and you talking about you out there banging. So how's a gangbanger got money? A gangbanger came, listen, them hoes is out there on low income, right? And they got them dressed up niggas and all that, right? But every time bill time comes, they got to call niggas like me. And they got a nigga right there, and they sucking and fucking. So evidently they sucking and fucking on a dead dick. But they always want to come to a trick like me, and other niggas like me don't give a fuck to give them the money just to get some quick head. And that's some real shit. That's what our people do. They'll lay with their nigga, and they would get out that bed and say, I'm gonna go to my mama house and come around the corner and see a nigga like me. And when I get through, I'll tell my homeboy how it is. My homeboy call her up and tell her he buy the kids for shoes. So therefore, she gets some household.
Wow.
This is our community. No, this is how we accept things now. This is how I'm just keeping it real, man. Our people went from uphill to downhill. You know what I'm saying? I gotta look like this. I gotta be like this for the homie can know I'm hard in jail. Oh, you planning on going to jail?
Has the internet helped exacerbate our problems or shine light on what really goes on in the community?
Shine light. Shine light. You don't see too many niggas hanging out now because now they feeling themselves. They see that they was around like how the Walking Dead just be in the cut, waiting on it to get dark to come out. That's how niggas hang out. That's how niggas. I caught myself looking like that. When I say that, I'm telling you from prime experience what I know. I'm not telling you what I see. No, I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know, how niggas will get you, like, you don't know, like, how this paperwork, how you get back on the paperwork, these niggas in the pen. You're not knowing this nigga is cut, but he's playing like a sleeper. So this nigga get you to go somewhere because y'all been kicking it for the last 2 months real cool, and he been spreading love, right? But he was paid to spread that love. He'll get you somewhere, next thing you know, he was your worst nightmare. Niggas trying to blow your motherfucking head off. How I know? Because I've been through it.
Let me ask you this, Rolo. Deeper question. Why do non-black people see black people as a threat?
Because they know that's not their race. Because that demon inside of them. We got the demon of the pilgrim inside of us. We got the demon of the Irishman inside of us. We got the demon of the Spanish man inside of us. You got to understand the Moors and everything, because all this land was all, when they say Indians was the black man. This is West Africa, once again. That's why all the things happen over here. This is why everything come here. This is West Africa. And it tells you that in the Bible. You know, and this is how we live until we wake up, his real waking people, because we so fucking sick in the head, we don't even want to wake up and say, damn, they gave everybody money for everything else. They haven't given us money for slavery.
Do you think because the white oppressor force control most of the societal information that we routinely receive, that they feed us hate, and he keep us mentally enslaved, and we keep following, and for some reason we keep following into those traps and those snares and not believing in ourselves and in the culture to which we come from. We kind of like self-demonize our own culture.
Well, it's called divide and conquer, every square radius. That's why they have to go in LA and change every name from the different names now, because now they train they officers and I want to say they officers and the foreigners the name of these cities where they want to live at, because they already got a name behind them cities that they change, and they let them know where the danger at. But you can go over there, and they're sending their militant family over there to buy up the home, and you'll notice that they're kicked back. So we so dumb, we study giving away everything. Like I told you, we don't need nobody for help, bro. We can come up within 6 months ourselves without nobody, just using the same little research that we have. That's all. Because like I told you, everything revolves around us. Everything. Because if we do this and we don't spend with the economy, like I told you, don't spend with the economy for a week, guess what? They're going to give everything away. And we got to start buying their meat. Like I tell everybody, we got to get back into our own pork, because that's how they put the nanos in. Now, everybody understand what the nanos is. The nanos is the frequency that make electricity and different stuff to make the flesh move different. That's why they telling you the new technology. I don't know if y'all been hearing the news. The new technology now, how they can make a computer where they can put a chip in your head and you can see the computer out your eye. So y'all not up what they doing right now. They've been had that technology out. Because I've been telling y'all for the longest as God's children stay asleep, the melon. See, they want to take all the melon, like I told you. Our melon has been sold, I think, at least around about 100-some thousand an ounce. That's how much our melon has been sold. See, we are the sleeping giants. Until we can come together and understand to love each other and stop looking at each other as hate and build each other up, because we all come from the same place, from ruins, from nothing. So why are we hating on each other? We hating on each other because we already know we got frustration when we want to get off, and the Europeans know that.
Yeah, Pepper Jack, thank you. I wrote it down. Nature knows no color line. Okay, got it. Rolo, here's another thing, man, that I see that is problematic. You know, Black people are the only people that say they don't care about what color Jesus is, right? I mean, have you ever heard them say that?
Yeah, because they don't love themselves.
But try taking a black Jesus to a white church and see what happens. They're gonna reject it. But yet black people would justify and say, oh no, I don't care about what color Jesus is. Jesus is Jesus. But at the same time, didn't how you learn about that Jesus was through the slave master? and they said in the churches, they would sit over and watch over the churches to make sure that the message that they wanted delivered was being delivered, and nothing outside of what they feel or the framework that would reflect Europeanism or whiteness. They didn't want anything to get outside of that, so they was overseers over that. But I want to interject this. This is a little bit of black history, right? Back in 1971, Prince invested. I'm talking about Prince. Nelson, Roger, what is it? Something Nelson. The real Prince, the guy that played all the instruments, right? Prince. He invested in Nike shoe company. Later in 1983, he recruited Michael Jordan to design his first Jordans, iconic shoe, and set up Nike Jordan's first sale campaign. Prince set up Michael Jordan up to become a billion dollar shoe mogul. But few people even know about that Prince is the one that initially set that up. And how many people you think from our culture even know stuff like that,
I didn't know that. I didn't even know that. But I know he did a lot of things. I didn't know that. He set Michael Jordan up?
Yeah. And in 1971, Prince invested in the Nike shoe company. Later in 1983, they recruited Michael Jordan to design Jordan's first iconic shoe. Yep. And set up Nike, and he set up Nike Jordan first sale campaign. Prince did that. He set up the first campaign. And he set Jordan to become the billionaire that he is today. A lot of people didn't know that,
No, Jordan money goes straight to the prison.
He said go straight to the prison. He's invested in private prisons.
Yeah, them niggas go buy all the Jordans, go to jail. So they say they support what they buy.
That's not the same Michael Jordan. It's a different totally different Jordan. That's a white man.
Yeah, man. Us as a people, we got to come together real soon. And the only way we're going to do it is stop waiting to one person want to do it. Just come out and start communicating. Stop being scared of the people.
Yeah, I read that. There's two Michael Jordans on Rolo. There's a white Michael Jordan that's invested in all these prisons. I think it may be him, and you got to look it up. Check it up, though. Triple D, what's up?
Oh, it's not the black Michael Jordan?
No, it's a white one. Yeah. A lot of people didn't catch that, but yeah, it's easy to just research it and see what you come up with. Right. But coming back to these games, man, I don't see how we continue in this space, man, knowing that we know today and we know that it's not something that's useful. It's not nothing that we can it's a non-negotiable tool, right? I can't go to the Bank of Finances or Bank of America or Wells Fargo and use it as a negotiable tool. I can't go down and set up a business, LLC, or S Corp, C Corp. I can't do none of that, but I don't see why is it so important in our culture for people to hang on to that when we know that the CK is the colored man killer and the BK is the black man killer. It doesn't. You'd be surprised at how many 60-year-olds. I'm talking about guys that's 60, ladies and guys both. When I'm talking to them, I can hear in their voice, in their tone, that they're still hanging on to certain aspects of gang culture, and they get mad at me because I see things differently. I don't look at things in the terms that they see it in, right? And I can hear it in their tone, man. They be man, they be hot. They be like to the degree like, man, well, they don't want you to say this, or they don't like this, or they, you know, I'll be like, wow, ain't y'all 60?
They never, if you notice, they never been out a half a mile out that radius, and that's sad.
Uh-huh.
You know, they got to get out. They got to leave the hood. You got to leave the hood and go around other race to understand other race.
That's right, Yashua.
You know, if they don't get out and they stay right there, they is what they are. You know what I'm saying? That's your 45 degree of knowledge right there.
Uh-huh.
You know, that's the square that they represent.
And then black people, they usually, when they meet you, where you from?
That's all they
That's
know.
how they introduce and say, well, where you from?
That's all they know.
Okay.
That's all they know. You know. But you know, we can come together real quick, man. It's a lot of things we gotta do. You know, we gotta get our own doctor, our own hospital. We gotta get our own police force. We gotta get our own finance force. We gotta get our own things for our own clothes and cosmetics. And once we do that, we are considered as the human race.
We had
We
that all through the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. We had all that. And then we transported for to be assimilated into the white race to have, you know, to be a
yeah,
part of their culture, you know, be
well,
able to buy homes in there and where they live and be able to shop where they shop and eat where they eat, you know, civil rights, you know. I
you
don't know if
know,
it was so civil.
no, you gotta look at how they tricked us when they came to Africa with the liquor in the mirror. And they just reversed it here. They just gave us materialistic things for value things. And that's what they always do. We quick to jump on materialistic things and give up our value.
Mm.
And we don't want to accept our value because nobody wants to accept responsibility. Because you ask yourself right now, our kids is the unprepared kids in the world. Because if our parents die, how are they going to pay the taxes? How are they going to pay the light? How are they going to pay the mortgage? How are they going to make sure the house stay up? So these are things that we're not teaching our kids. Real self value. We wait till the last minute and then we'll try to say, let's do a car wash. Oh, we need this. And when we're alive, walking, well, can bend over, talk shit, them are the times that we need to be out there working, producing, live things. We don't produce nothing. Like I said, we don't even produce no vegetables. We don't produce our poetry. We don't produce clothes that's reasonable. And if a nigga do get some clothes, he want to sell them high like they some fucking Versace or something.
There's
You know,
there's a part of a culture that that a lot of people that's unaware of, and I'm gonna speak on the Mayans for a minute. The Mayans was relatively down by the southern part of Mexico, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Honduras, predominantly is where the Mayans were at. And if you look at that southern part of Mexico, where Veracruz and Acapulco, the Mexican people tend to get dark. They tend to get dark. That's where Gaspar Yanga was from. One of the most, he was a freedom fighter, liberator for Mexico to have rights over the Spaniards. See, a lot of people don't understand the Spaniards were Europeans
yeah,
that conquered those regions, those lands. Those, a lot of people, what you see is now call themselves Mexicans, were part of European and part Mayan and Aztec or whatever, right? And for some reason, they seem to negate that part of their history, but seem to really embrace the European side, because Europeans, a lot of them, to the degree where a lot of them even mark when they go fill out application, they just write white down there because they've been in the United States so long or whatever. But they know that if they mark white, that it'll carry more weight than if they say they're, you know, Mexican or whatever, right? But a lot of those guys don't understand that that culture was a thriving. That Mayan culture was a thriving, was a nice culture. It built pyramids. It had medicine. It was very modern. and it was very African influence. It was African blood running through those people. And they don't seem to grasp that part. You know what I mean? They have taken themselves out of that culture. They don't want to hear that part of the culture. They rather stick to what they believe is the in terms of today's culture. They believe that if you more align yourself with the European side, you more winning, but the Europeans are responsible for more death and more wars and more conquered people than any other group of people because of they was a jealous people. They have always been a jealous people, and they were how they got to where they are is by being conquerors and being barbaric and being flesh eaters, and they did all sorts of kind of things. And they wind up with the gunpowder first, what gave them an upper hand to people shooting slingshot, chunking spears, and shooting darts and stuff, and so on and so forth, right? The invention of the gunpowder and the gun is what really catapult them to where they could position themselves to be conquerors. You know, would you agree, disagree?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. That's what they are. They bullies. You know, that's how the gangbangers become who they are because they represent the government. Like I'm trying to tell you, how they get
Somebody
ejected.
says, well, I ain't gonna even read that. That don't matter. Y'all sure this eject dude, this eject him, and then if he feel like if he want to hold on to that culture, tell him go to the channel where they hold on to it, and then he can, you know, base in that opinion over there. But I'd rather see all these guys not be this or that. I want them to just be black men. I want them to be black men. I want them to be fathers. I want them to be brothers, uncles, and be caretakers of the community and be protectors of the maintainers of women and children. But yeah, see you later, Calvin. Nice try though.
Mel, people are sick. I can say that because if I go to the community will grasp to me. You get what I'm saying?
Uh
I
huh.
don't have to go out there, put on a show or nothing because people already know my heart. You get what I'm
Uh huh.
saying? Some people that's talking crazy, I laugh at them. You know why I laugh at them? Because they know where I live at. They've been knowing me for years. They know if I ever see them, I don't give a fuck if I'm 80 or 90. They know I'm gonna slap the shit out of them. So I
Yeah,
don't
because
give a
a
fuck
lot
wrong
of
with
these
you.
people is really just information poor. They don't know anything, but
But they're,
but
they're,
they are,
they're gonna
but they
know. They're
believe
gonna
what they idolize and what's trending. That's it. They don't know nothing beyond that.
just because they part of it. They know they part of it. Like you said, what good have they did? You ever tell me what good has they did? I can tell you what they did do. Points had a store. Points should have never fucked with them. Points had a bell bombing. So I done seen people that had business that fuck with the UBN. Now the feds is in their motherfucking business and sees all their shit. So if they don't see that, that's on they dumb ass. You get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
That's that's on there. Like I told you, ain't no UBN can tell you right now what the fuck they got or what the fuck they can do. Not even that bitch ass nigga Suge Knight. That's they feel like they're in power because that's who helped. You get what I'm saying?
And,
That
and
dude's
and
a
let me say
loser.
this, guy. This is not only just for Bloods or anything. This is for Crips as well. Anybody that thinks like that, to me, it is not useful in the culture. You know, in terms of how you're going to sustain life and build your life and just have a family unit to where you caring for your children, grandchildren, and just seeing everybody just flourishing in that moment, you know. But yet, if you running around drinking old English 800 with your pants hanging out your butt, holding up the post sign, the corner down there at the local liquor mart or whatever, then you're useless.
Man, listen, man. Minimum wage went up to $20. And them niggas still want to be out there on the street corner. Hey man, they deserve to die. Like I tell you, my whole saying is like this. Our shit ain't gonna get right till that cancer die off. Them brothers really got to die off because, like I told you, if you take all they soldiers from them, who are they? What can they do? How can they help you? Only thing they can do is threaten you. I'm in a group. I'm with the UBN. I'm this. Okay, I'm Romala's Troop. I own a house. I'm Romala's Troop. I teach martial art. I'm
You're
Romala's
right.
Troop.
You're right.
I
Y'all
paint
still.
houses. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yes.
I'd rather be called that. I like when people tell me, "Hey man, thank you, bro. You really did help me out. Hey man, thank you for telling me where that job at. Thank you, man. If I've been from making $15 an hour, now I'm making $30 an hour. This is what I do. I don't care what they do, because you know why? All them niggas my age and older, they're alcoholics, they dope fiends. They don't even own, listen, man, they don't even own shit. Like I told you, my pigeons been having a pigeon house for over 28 years. Ain't moved one motherfucking spot. So my birds is living better than them. Do you think I give a fuck about what they talking about? I'm glad that I can go out there and church people look at me now. Man, church people used to run from me. Elder people used to slam their door when they used to see me come around. People used to holler for their kids to come in the house now. Now people send their kids for good advice to me. I feel good about that. I
Yeah, we
know
need
what I know.
fathers. We need fathers and mothers and not thugs and thoughts, man.
Hey man, listen, bro. Listen, like I tell you one more time, look at us, what we own. And then if a brother do own something, just say like if you do own a restaurant, you're gonna have 85% people come there looking for handouts or a discount, not even no support.
How many people
And
you think aware, Rolo? How many people think aware that the United States hit 18 targets over in Iraq and Iran, going at the Houthis and the other Yemenis freedom fighters, and we're about that close to war starting World War III, and they're still on the internet worrying about what Whack 100 is saying and all this other stuff, but not paying, don't have no intention on knowing how we're going to be impacted worldly. You know what I mean? On this universal plane, not because if this happens, then most of you dudes running around holding your pen with your belt buckle, man, you're gonna find yourself over there in one of them trenches with a M16 or whatever type of rifle they got now,
hey Melly,
defending.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you, they ain't got to worry about the trenches over there because you forgot all these Chinese military people been buying all this motherfucking land on the coast in the middle of the United States. They got bunkers underneath the ground. Just like when them motherfuckers got smoked out here, when the Mexicans smoked them in their cartels, it's bunkers underneath the ground, bro.
Uh-huh.
So if these people been over here doing with their bunkers and we go to war, how can a dope head fight if he nodding out? How can a nigga off a
I don't know.
lead get up there and hold a motherfucking AK and hop over something?
Yeah,
So
they
how
were.
can the how can
They worried about the wrong things, Rolo. They don't know that we're sending aircraft carriers around the world. United States is probably pound for pound. If you put all 26 of the other countries together, they still won't outspend our military. That's why the
yeah,
United States, they don't necessarily have a big concern about anything. But I'm telling you that military might that could possibly come from the United States would destroy this whole entire world.
listen, I'm a war guy, right?
It would be annihilation, and
America's
all,
fucked,
and
man.
then you wouldn't be able to your last concern to be the UBN and the CCO and the Blue Notes and the blood. That would be your concerns. God, you can't make this stuff up, man. You just can't.
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Right now, when they do invade, because we finna get invaded again. How I mean by that? Because they have a lot of sleeping salesmen coming over here for the last 40 years through that border. A lot of them wasn't Mexicans. A lot of them is Iraqis, Iranians, Palestinians, and different stuff in China. You gotta remember, China. We owe China so much money. We've been going to all these swap meets supporting China, and they kids at the age of 4 already know how to reload, know how to break down an AR-15, know how to fuck with plastic explosives, know how to make biological chemical war. We don't know how to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? So
Now they too busy on the internet arguing about, man, dude got paperwork. Who got the paperwork? Who got the content? Silliness.
a lot of that they don't understand. The feds put that out there to bring them out. Because if a person not hanging around you, why you care about somebody's paperwork? You know what I'm saying? So a
Just
lot of
2 days ago, Rolo, also just a day ago or so, there was a major riot in Ironwood with about 200 people. Well, it really, the riot was against the police, and then there was two female officers who have been that was sexually assaulted. A brother climbed up in one of them, I guess the towers they be in, or what they call, I don't know what they call them. They be in the pods, and they could see up here and you down here in the cells. But anyway, he got up there some kind of way, and he had the woman up there. He sexually molested her for about 8 hours. You know, and it's not funny. It's not funny, but what I'm telling you guys.
But you gotta understand, a lot of them guards piss off a lot of people. They probably do piss on him, probably give him no food, and he wanted payback, or he probably just was a pervert.
Yeah.
You know.
And you're right. Nobody is invested in self. Know thyself, man. Know thy culture. Know thyself. Know who you are. Know where you at. Know what's going on in the world. Know what the potential threat is. You know, it's not the brother. It's not the brother standing down at the local liquor store. I mean, he's harmful enough to himself. He ain't doing you no harm.
Well, they gotta understand one thing, man. If we don't come together and stop all the bickering and stop all that he say, she say shit, we're gonna stay in this pig hole, nigga, and we lost. Because they're making money on this all the way around.
Yeah, the internet is rocking most of them to sleep, a percentage of them. There's a lot of smart guys on here, you know, and I say it again, you know, the streets died once everybody got on the internet, but it's the way you obtain information from the internet to where you get to the truth. A lie has speed, but the truth has endurance. And you just got to know how to sort those things out. And the only way you're going to know how is by engaging and being part of this new world where everybody information is circulated through the internet. And a lot of the older guys are scared of the internet. They don't want to have nothing to do with it.
I'm glad you said internet, man. There's some cat on Instagram. They posted a picture of me talking about Rolo Wick, and he said that they're trying to knock down the UBN. Bruh, that is not me. That picture up there, somebody saying Rolo Wick, that's not me. You know, I don't need to get up there and fabricate. I'll get out there and tell people what, you know, about them cats. You know, them cats know what they did wrong. And them cats know who they are. But other than that, I thank you, you know, for doing that. But, you know, you don't have to put my picture up there to speak about, if you want to speak about the UBN. Speak out on it. You already got information on it, speak out.
Yeah.
Don't be scared. You know, you don't have to use my face and my picture, but for us to get by, like I told you, it's like summertime coming up. I hope we can throw a parade. I hope we can throw a cook festival. I hope we can throw a comedy, dance, dress festival or something like that. You know, entertain ourselves. Get out there and see what kids can run the fastest, make the best cookies or whatever.
That's what we used to do back in the day. We used to line up every day, see who was fastest on the block. We was constantly challenging one another. But I want to tell you guys this. Go watch that Bosco movie. Watch Bosco and watch everything that he had to overcome to get, and now where he's at today. I'm talking about phenomenal. I mean, incredible work. You know what I mean? And he didn't stop. He didn't give up. You know, very resilient, overcame great obstacles, and he's there now. He's in Hollywood. I mean, he's right there amongst the people that's making big decisions, and he's making decisions right alongside of them. He's not letting them make decisions for him. He's making decisions for themselves. And they just happen to be privileged to be a party to what his ideas is, and they want to fund it, you know?
Yeah.
So, but guys, go watch the movie. It's an incredible story, you know?
Yeah.
Technically, right now, he would still be in federal prison if he didn't have the mindset he had. And he had the willpower, the understanding, the ability to overcome things. Even though he broke out of prison 3 times, he still he went back and challenged himself, redirected himself, and set himself on another navigational path that led to freedom. That's what he did.
Exactly. That's Black history.
That's Black history. Rolo, I appreciate you joining us, man. Where do people can find you, Rolo? I know you somewhere smoking one.
They can find me at Malice Truth on Instagram or either Facebook. My real name. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Oh, Malice Truth. There it is there, man. Shout out to Rolo. We'll talk again soon, Rolo. I appreciate you.
Okay.
Once again, I am Professor Melly Mail Postman. I'm just delivering information, imparting information, and trying to get you guys to think outside the box. Quit being looking at things. Use your brain for more than just a hat rack. It is a computer. Access the information, apply it, and be more than what you're. Shout out to Smurf Nacho, man. I see you. Shout out to that Smurf Nacho. He be on it, man. All right, he said the family and I are getting ready to watch Bosco on Peacock. Right on, Smurf. Appreciate you. So, Rolo, we will talk soon, and good fortune to you, man, and have a great night, man. Go eat you some shrimp salad or something.
All right, stay blessed now.
Right on. Peace to the Rolo, man. Shout out to the Mailroom Nation, the Mailroom Goons. Guys, press the thumbs up so we can trigger the algorithms and get these messages out. I know sometimes people feel like they're offended by, because we're not coddling anybody or holding anybody's hand or this group is better than that group and all that stuff. We ain't doing that over here. You can go do that somewhere else on somebody else's channel, but not over here. I'm just going to give it to you, give you the facts, and if you don't like them, that I don't know what to say about that. Till then, lock the door.
Yeah, Cali Finest, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money, got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga, streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the fans get me. It's guap off top, diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing, they see me shining. That's hard work, proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. I lead bad man and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me, that's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking, and I don't talk about it, I just make it happen. Word on the block is that the shit go. Reach for the low.
We are gone.